Okay, right, we are live. Right, brilliant. I'm hoping my Wi-Fi holds out. The last few I've done, my Wi-Fi's been a bit dodgy, so I've told everyone in the house stay off the Wi-Fi. Let's see if let's see if it works. Okay, so we're here this evening with the wonderful, remarkable Jemma Waller of Jemma Waller Virtual Assistant. Okay, so thank you so much for agreeing to do this, Jemma. You're more than welcome. I'm so looking forward to this. So I joined your group today. We'll hear all about that in a minute, I'm sure. And I'm already hooked. I'm like, yes, this is what I need. So we want to be telling everybody else about it as well, don't we? So let's kick off straight away with so just introduce yourself, Jemma. Tell us who you are for the people that have never met you, who you are and what you do.
So I'm Jemma, for those of you that don't know me, and I launched Jemma Waller Virtual Assistant back in the first lockdown. I had to close my holistic therapy business due to COVID, so couldn't do my hands-on massage or facials. And so after I nursed my mum back to health because she had awful COVID, really, really bad, and her recovery process was lovely because we got to spend so much time together. We got to go on lovely walks as we were building her strength back up. And I kind of thought, hang on a minute, I quite would like to do this quite more often. I don't want to tell her that I'm busy all the time. So I pulled on all of my 10 years experience to launch Jemma Waller Virtual Assistant, originally just to support other businesses admin-wise. And yes, gone brilliantly. It's just gone amazing. It's fantastic. I'm one of the lucky few that lockdown's been incredible for my business. So yeah, that's how it all started. That's the backstory of how it all begun.
Brilliant. Okay, so your business is Jemma Waller Virtual Assistant, but you are much more than just a virtual assistant, aren't you?
Yeah.
So tell us what else you do. So you've got kind of two parts to the business.
That's right, yeah, two parts. So the part within 4 months, I had hit full capacity, so I had to take on a team. I say I had to take on a team. Fantastic that I had to take on a team. It's amazing. So I started off with 2 associates. I've now got 4 associates that are helping me, and they keep the things ticking over for me. They do things such as admin support, general admin, basically doing all the things that we most of the time hate doing, so that businesses can concentrate on what they started their business for in the first place, the passion. We do websites, we do CRM systems, we do social media management, which is the biggest headache. And that then led into the second head of it, which was teaching small businesses how to get seen on social media. And with them being able to concentrate on all the clients that they're doing that for, I get to concentrate on my VIPs, and I show them how they can utilize Facebook to its full potential, how they can do Instagram, how they can do LinkedIn. And I don't claim to be a coach or anything like that, but I like to think that I have enough knowledge, because I got both of my businesses fully booked with under a year of launch and through a pandemic. I kind of want to share that passion of my knowledge to get it out and help other businesses do the same.
That's brilliant. That's amazing, isn't it? And yeah, so coaching is so it's an everyday thing, isn't it? I mean, that was one of the motivators for me as a coach right at the beginning, was everybody needs this. It's a useful tool in all aspects of our lives, isn't it? Yeah. And that passion, that wanting to share. So you've done it worked. Well, this is great. So yeah, I want to share. I want to tell people. So I've already watched a couple of your videos, and I'm already like, yes, this is what I need. It's amazing. So it's almost two sides of the same thing, isn't it? You can learn how to do it for yourself, as budget dictates that to a lot of people in startup, doesn't it? And even further down in their business. But also some people want to do it for themselves, but also having that option that you can actually outsource it. The most common thing so I work obviously with women who are struggling, but it's not because they don't know what to do. It's because they're like, oh, I can't do it. change the algorithm. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I'm going to offer, there's a generational aspect, certainly. Whilst you can teach an old dog new tricks, I think the younger generation, it's so much easier, isn't it? There's less for them to question. Yeah, the most common thing I say, you could fucking grant you a wish, what would it be? They go outsource on social media straight away, or build me a website. That's the next one. Social media, website. Yes, that's the thing, isn't it? So you're like the god, the god fairy, aren't you? Fairy godmother. That's what I was like. Yeah, the fairy godmother of small businesses, because it's absolutely magical. So let me ask you, Gemma, what's the most common thing that people say to you? What's the biggest problem that they have when they come to you?
How do I get more clients on social media is the first question. And the first thing I do is then go and look at their social media profiles, and I know exactly why they're not getting the traffic that they're getting. So I tend to say it's really simple. And then go through their business with them. And for people that want to learn it themselves, that's what we do in VIP, is that I literally show them on the screen, this is the button you press, this is how you would share it to here. And to some it might be sucking eggs, but to others it's a revelation. It's like, oh, I didn't realise I could do that. And then quite a few of the VIPs in there, oh my gosh, they're smashing it. And they're doing everything that I've shown them. And then you look at their stats from when they first started to what they're doing now, and you can just see that, the difference in it, all from what I like, the simple tools that I've shown them. It's incredible. It does make a difference.
Yeah, and I could absolutely see that. So I like to think I know a fair bit about doing it. I've been doing this for 5 years now. But there's been certain times throughout that 5 years where I've dipped into like a webinar or a group, or someone's asked a question in networking, or somebody said something, you just go, oh my God. And it's the one thing, isn't it? It's the one thing that makes you go, oh God, now I know. And sat there watching you taking everyone through those steps. So it wasn't new information, but there was an energy to it. What do you bring to it that is unique to you, Gemma? Because virtual assistants, there's a lot of virtual assistants, there's a lot of coaches, but we're all unique in our own way. What's your uniqueness for your business? What do you bring for your clients?
For me, it has to be the passion. I genuinely care about other people's success. And I mean, the amount of times I have an accountability call, I do them weekly with the group, and they come on and they say, Gemma, this has happened and this has happened. It's all thanks to you. I'm sat there in tears because I'm so excited for them. And I think that, there's a lot of virtual assistants out there, especially, the bigger companies that, we'll take your work done. Brilliant. Here's the invoice. Let's go. Next task. Let's go. Whereas I really learn about the business. So all of my VIPs, I know absolutely everything about what their businesses are about. And then I can give them almost their own personal ideas. Whilst we're doing this, I can say, so-and-so, you can do this because that would be brilliant for your business. And then I go, oh, so-and-so, you could incorporate this on that part of your business. So I think I just give that that personal service, rather than you just giving me work and putting it out. It's more personal, and I'm just passionate, and I get so emotional when they do that.
But absolutely, as do I. Yeah, my guys will tell you I tear up all the time. Yeah. But it is a passionate thing, isn't it? It is emotional, and a business journey when you're choosing to do something, because luckily most of us are choosing to do this. We're choosing to have a business. We're choosing to do a certain thing. It's going to be emotional. Of course it is, if it's a choice, isn't it? So a virtual assistant. So I look back now, because my background is PA admin. Joyful, isn't it, to be able to just like get your teeth into something and really get it done for someone. So creating that, it's almost like a team, isn't it? So
absolutely,
people, it's isolating, isn't it, for people? do you find that that's a challenge for some of the businesses you work with, isolation?
Yeah, a lot. Some of them are, they just sometimes they just need someone to talk to, because they need someone to bounce ideas off of, and they book my time, and they're like, look, I don't necessarily want you to do anything, but I want to book you out for an hour so I can bounce the ideas off of you. And I'm like, well, that's fine, I don't mind, I love listening to ideas. And then sometimes that leads on to doing further work for them, because they're actually like, that talking about the ideas and having someone respond to the ideas, because they've not had that working from home and everything. It's actually quite, it's revelation for them. Oh, I can do that. I'm like, yes, you can absolutely do that. In fact, we can help you do that.
Exactly. And sometimes that's all it takes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I know my biggest struggle at the start of my business was isolation, because I'm a doer. Give me a task, I'll get on. Yeah, but we miss that interaction, don't we? So just having somebody there, that little bit of reassurance. I was just sharing with you before we went live. I watched your video, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna do. So you had some really good tips in there. There was some excellent advice, which we won't spoil because it's it's for the VIPs. And I thought, oh, okay, all right, I'm gonna do it. Do you know what? And I sat there and I procrastinated. I really did. And I thought, shall I, shan't I? Yeah. So having that accountability, that energy, is just enough, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
what do your VIPs love about being part of a group?
Oh, it's the most thing that they get out of it is the community feel of it. It's a safe environment for them to sort of, sometimes they might think, oh, this might sound stupid, but they put it in the group because they feel safe. And it's never stupid, they're all learning, they're all doing it at their own pace. There's no one better than anyone else in there. And I just love, because I'm not always there straight away to reply to their comments, but I love how the group come in and say, well, last time we did this, we did it this way, so try that and see if that works. Or if they can't, then I'll come swooping in whenever I can reply to them. So I just love that community feel, and I think that's what the majority of the group get out of it. It's a good community feel. They're all in the same boat. They've got all different businesses, but where they're all in the same boat, they're going through the same thing. They want to learn together. That's what I love about it. It's a beautiful community. I just love it. I get so proud of getting emotional about it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And I think where social media and technology are concerned, there's no such thing as a stupid question, is there?
That's it.
Or an original question. Often, I'm sure there's not often you're asked something that you haven't heard before.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this, Gemma. Which is your favourite social media platform? Which one do you love the most?
Oh, I love Facebook. I do love Facebook. It's the main platform, and it's the easiest to get clients from. But Instagram is very visual, which I love that. However, LinkedIn has come from absolutely nowhere and swooped up my list of ones that I love, because I didn't get it before I learned it. I didn't really shout about it much. And in the past, well, since I've got well and come back to work, honestly, it's an amazing platform. It really is. And I'm not an expert on it, but I'll show everyone the basics and how to get your profile sorted and how you can grow your connections and everything. But I've got an expert coming into the group to really sort of go into the depths of how you can really grow it. And it's definitely up and coming. It's almost tipping the top, because you can grow it so quickly. So yeah, it's there. I love Facebook, but
Facebook's like the old favourite, isn't it? It's the one, and there's no chance of running into your kids on Facebook,
no.
is there? My kids wouldn't. Yeah, and I don't think I'm quite ready for TikTok yet. So this is the thing, isn't it? So each of the platforms brings a different energy, doesn't it? And a different client base. And we talk about this a lot, don't we? Ideal paying clients. Okay, so how important do you believe it is? And I think I know the answer to this. How important is it for your clients to know who their clients are?
Yeah, it's massive, absolutely massive. In fact, it's the first thing I tell them to make sure they know before they start getting out there on any of the platforms, because you just can't grow if you don't know where your ideal clients are hanging out on these platforms. Then there is no point in trying to get them to you. So do that first, know where they hang out, and then you'll be able to attract them in there.
So
but it's quite interesting, how many people struggle to get their ideal client, isn't it? I find it quite common that people are like, well, I serve this person, I do this, I do that, and I'm like, no, your ideal client that you want to work for. So yeah, it's interesting.
It is an interesting concept. It's something I tackle a lot with group coaching, and we've got some special sessions coming up about ideal client, because it's information that is repeated and repeated and repeated. It doesn't matter whether you're talking to somebody in marketing or website design or social media, or coaching, whatever, business coaches. Everyone will talk about the ideal. So why do we resist it? So there's a hesitation around it, and often what I find with my clients and with myself, because I resisted it for a long time, there's a fear about being specific, but it's also, there's that feeling of setting yourself on a loop of, right, okay, so if I do this, if I do the work and find out who they are, yeah, sometimes it's confusing, isn't it? So if someone comes to you and says, I think my ideal paying client is on LinkedIn, what sort of questions would you ask them? What would be a couple of questions you would ask them that could maybe help to clarify that for them?
Well, first of all, I'd ask them to tell me who their ideal client is, and that's the first place, because then I can really understand if they are on LinkedIn or not. So that's the first thing. And it's when they say, well, it's male or female, it's between 60 or 30 and 60, and I'm like, okay, you're working too broad. You need to come down a little bit, come a bit smaller. So it's always, I'm normally asking them the questions that I would ask when you go through an ideal client exercise, because you can kind of tell from the first couple of answers that they deep down they know who their ideal client is, but they haven't quite grasped the concept of who they really are. They think it's wider, but actually it's a lot smaller.
Yeah, and it's a very interesting way of looking at who your clients are, isn't it? I mean, what made it easy for me was I was asked, well, who of the people you've worked with recently did you like the most? And I can answer that. That's easy. That's easy. But by answering that question and then going with that framework, I now show up to work every single day to people that I love, people that bring me joy. And that's the difference, isn't it? For me, yeah, your ideal client are the people that you want to work with, aren't they? The ones that bring you joy. So again, when we're choosing this, we don't choose to make it hard, do we?
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this, Gemma, who would you like to work with? So so you're here to talk about your business. Who would be an ideal client for you? Who do you want to reach that's sat out there that you know you can help?
If someone is sitting there right now watching this and going, I'm so fed up with social media, I've just spent all day putting lots of effort into my content, but I'm not getting any engagement or any likes or just nothing. It's just like tumbleweed going past on their social media. That is my ideal client, because I can turn that frustration into excitement. And I have to say, it's guaranteed that I can definitely turn it from frustration to excitement. And that will be my ideal client, someone who's really sort of, I'm fed up with social media, and I can make it exciting for them. I can make it doable, and I can make it sort of something that a task. Not everyone will look forward to it, because sometimes it just doesn't, it isn't their thing, but I can either take it away from them and do it for them, which is great, or I can show them the ropes, literally step by step, show them what buttons to press, what groups to do, and everything. So yeah, that's my ideal client.
Brilliant. Okay. And small businesses, usually single person businesses?
Yeah, small businesses, self-employed, single. Yeah. is
Brilliant.
normally who I take under my wing, or my hero cape.
Well, this is the thing, and it's amazing, isn't it? The energy that gets, but when you can fix something for somebody, so some will want to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
I thought I did. I'm now decided to change my mind. I'm thinking, oh, okay, I think there could be some balance there. Because this is the thing, there's a hesitation as well. I find with my clients, I mean, my clients are not failing. They're, they've got,
Absolutely.
big businesses and they're succeeding. When they want to grow or they want to recoup time, because this is the thing, growing your business or reclaiming time, so you got to find it somewhere, haven't you? And none, yes, even though you are the fairy godmother, you can't make time, okay, but being able to offer that solution to people, so either to do it quicker and easier, because it's exhausting, isn't it, when you're not getting results?
It's if you're not used to being on social media and it's one of the jobs that you absolutely loathe, it's really scary. And if you come into my VIP and you look at all the videos and stuff and I'm going, do this, do that, do this, do that, it can actually be quite overwhelming. But if you just do little bits at a time, make small changes at a time, take it in, and I always say small steps get you big results. So I just say start with this one first, get the master of that, and then get on to the next bit. And honestly, it just makes it a lot more easier and a lot less frightening. I think sometimes it's quite frightening in the world of social media. So
and it's ever changing as well, isn't it? And whilst, I mean, I'm a curious person by nature, I like to learn. I'm a joiner-inner. I like to, I'm quite happy to sort of sit and learn new things. But there comes a point where you think, I don't need to know everything about this. I would much rather, Gemma, go away, find out what the hell they've done to the Facebook algorithm, come back and tell me what I need to do. Yeah, this is the thing, isn't it?
that's exactly what I do. Yeah.
Because the biggest void of time or drain on people's time, is social media. But is there a choice? Is there a way to have a small business and not use social media?
You have to be absolutely flipping amazing just to have a website and have it from word of mouth, I think. But I think if you want to grow like the small businesses I deal with, I think it would be silly not to be on social media, because the whole world's on social media, everyone, and your ideal clients are on social media. So, and you kind of, if you're a new business, definitely, and a small business that wants to grow, you want to be seen everywhere. You want to be in people's faces, absolutely everywhere. So, I think in order to grow and to grow nicely, it's through social media.
It does have, I often describe it as a double-edged sword. You've got to kind of learn to love it. It does have its uses. It's free for the majority. It's free. And therefore, if these businesses are going to offer, these billion-dollar businesses are going to give us this opportunity for free, they're not going to make it easy, are they? And why would they? Why would they? This is the thing, isn't it? Okay, so Gemma, how can people find you? What are the offers? So at the moment you've got a Facebook group. You've got 2 Facebook groups?
I've got 2 Facebook groups. One is a membership group and one is a free group that you can join. The VIP is a monthly paid one, and that's where what we've talked about, I'll literally show you what to do on each platform and get you seen. Guaranteed will get you seen, get your reach from say 24 people up to 4,000 people. That's the magic that I can work.
I can't wait.
And I have a free group where I'm actually changing it up a little bit. It's going to be nice and wrapped up a little bit, thanks to my coaching call. And that is Jemma Waller Virtual Assistant. That's the group as well. So did I say the price? I can't remember if I said the price. £22 a month for the VIP group, and there's absolutely loads that go in there. We're going to have experts come in and do their own chats in there as well, so it won't be just me teaching you. There'll be experts in each field that will come in and do chats as well. We do accountability calls. I offer a 1-to-1 half an hour call included in that price where people, if they're just not getting the videos or they're too shy to ask in group any questions, they can ask me that one-to-one as well. So that's the group. If you don't have, if VIP is not for you, it might not be for you, it's not for everyone, and working one-to-one isn't for you, and you just want to know some quick fire ways how to get your Facebook page out there, I do have a business review service that I offer. That's just a one-off payment, and we get on Zoom one-to-one, and I'll go through all of your platforms and say, right, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that, and then leave you to your own devices. And then I'll follow up in 4 weeks to see how you're getting on with it. So that's another service I offer.
Brilliant. And yes, and a very affordable price. Absolutely. Most definitely.
Yeah. So but if anyone's not, if they don't know if they need me or not, and they just want to have a chat to see if it's something I can help, I do offer free 30-minute vision calls where I just listen to the vision of your business and what you want to achieve, and then I say, yes, I can help you.
Can always help. There's always a way, isn't there?
Always.
So that's absolutely amazing, Gemma. So so a really good price, affordable, accessible. I'm going to say jump in quick. I jumped in quick at that price because I know that price is going to be going up. It's an absolutely amazing offer. So when we bring our joy and our passion to it, yes, we can. We know what it feels like. To not be able to afford huge big offers and loads of training. So people can pay a lot of money, don't we, looking for these quick fixes. But jump in your group. It's the answer, isn't it? So you're going to very kindly, I know, share your links in the comments here. If anyone does have any questions, Gemma, you'll come back and answer those as well. So there'll be links to your Facebook groups, how to join, if people want to ask about VIP or book a discovery call with you, vision call. I love that vision call. I love that. So talk about their business. So all those links will be in there. Okay. All right. So so just to finish up, Gemma, let me ask you this. What give us one top tip, share with us one little golden nugget. What's your one top tip if somebody says, I'm not getting any clients through Facebook? What would be the one quick thing you'd say to them?
And the one thing that I have to say to them, and it's my favourite word, and my VIPs roll their eyes because I'm always saying it to them, it's you have to be consistent. So with absolutely every tool that I show you, you have to be consistent. You can't just do it 1 week on, 1 week off, 2 days here, 2 days there. It has to be consistent throughout. So
and you're going to show them how to do it.
And I show them how to do it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so this is the thing, when we can get our head around it, being consistent becomes a lot more achievable, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I literally, I know lots of people spend a lot of time on social media, and I'm not kidding you. I'll get up in the morning, spend an hour doing my bits because I've already scheduled it. So I'll share it around and do what I have to do with it. And then I'm done for the day, and then I might come back in the evening to reply to comments. I really am not on there all day. So there is definitely a way that you don't have to be on there all day, because sometimes we can just be on our phones constantly looking
absolutely. At something. And I'm a huge, I talk about this a lot in the tribe as well. You know, again, it's that double-edged sword. We're here for our business, but we need to manage that time. We need to manage our energy and our focus. So if you can help people to get it done quicker, easier, bang, done, I'm out. That's what we want, isn't it? Social media is great, but we don't need to be on it all day, do we?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Because the fear comes up. That's where the fear comes. If I might miss something, and if you're not getting results, you end up putting more time into it when it's, in fact, it's the right thing you should be doing.
That's it. Yeah. If you'd met me before I become self-employed and had my own business, I wasn't on social media at all. I didn't like it. I don't like being out there. I don't like being in people's faces. But once I realised that I had to do it for my business, you can't get me off it now. I'm in your face everywhere.
And if you're getting results and working with people that you enjoy, because I mean, there's always a friendly face, isn't it? So that's the joy, that's the passion, isn't it?
Not a job when you enjoy it, really, is it?
No, I mean, there's plenty of other options, isn't there? If otherwise. Okay, right. Well, Gemma, thank you so much. It's been an absolute joy. I am so excited to be working with you.
Me too.
It's there's just so much potential there, and I think you and I, we're in it to help the same people, aren't we? Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of people from this group who are going to be thinking, Gemma's the one to help me, because I mean, I can give them some tips, but I always go, I'm still learning. Learning. Yeah. Okay. So they're gonna get what they need from you, aren't they? Brilliant. Okay. Thank you so much, Gemma, for being here. We haven't got any questions, but if anybody does have any, they can drop them in the comments, and you'll drop your links in there as well. So and we'll come back. Okay, brilliant, lovely. Thank you so much, Gemma. It was a pleasure. And and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.